hello.
Hello, hello. Welcome
Episode
back.
4. JJK. We're here.
Welcome back to Toba Totoki.
Oh yeah, Ashley and I decided what our channel name was going to be, so it might be a bit hard for everyone to wrap their heads around or even pronounce, but it's a little story. Actually, you want to share the story around it?
Once upon a time, long ago, I was talking to Dennis and we somehow got into the topic of food because he's Korean. And I was like, I love Korean food. Yada yada, blah, blah. So we got into the topic of specific dishes and I was like, yeah, like I loved Toba Totoki.
But yeah, I mean, anybody who's Korean knows that it's pronounced tteokbokki.
It's my favorite dish, and it's these Korean rice cakes, and they are so delicious, like so freaking good. I'm a big texture girl, so I love the texture of it on top of like that spicy sauce, just like mwah, chef's kiss. So tried it, and that was my favorite dish, but I never knew how to pronounce it, so I'd always call it just Toba Totoki. And then when I told Dennis, I was like, yeah, like I love Toba Totoki, and I was like, I don't know how to really pronounce it, so I just say Toba Totoki. And then he's like, you're done. You're done. So
Yeah, when she told me, I didn't understand what she was saying at first, and I was just like, the hell is this girl saying? And then she started describing it's like this spicy rice cake dish, and then obviously it just clicked in my head. It's like, oh my god, why do you pronounce it like that? And I just started ragging her about it.
Yeah.
When we were thinking of our channel name, we were just trying to think of something that's just like unique, something a bit particular to us, and then we had like a bunch of different ideas, and we stuck with I'm gonna try to pronounce it. Toba Totoki is
Toba Totoki.
It's the word name or the pronunciation in progress right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just kind of liked it, so we're gonna stick with that. And yeah, honestly, it's a really unique name. It's a made up word essentially of actually trying to pronounce another dish, but
yeah,
we like it. And
that's how Toba Totoki was born.
Toba Totoki was born. I'm still gonna mess it up.
Totoki.
That's what I said.
No, you said Toba Totoki. It's Toba
I said
Totoki.
Maybe my second toe was a little quiet. I'll work on my pronunciation.
Okay.
Now I have to learn how to pronounce how to say the word wrong. But yeah, we're the Toba Totokis, and we're here for episode 4 of JJK. I think the last episode was we were introduced to Nobara. She was the female character who works with a hammer and nail, and then her and Yuji.
Yes.
Yeah, they went into the building. I think Gojo was trying to assess her abilities, so he had her and Yuji team up and tackle a cursed spirit together. Got a little bit more about her backstory, which was nice, and even for me, seeing it the second time, I think it gave a bit more details into like who she is as a character. Like she's a lot more. I guess her purpose in the show, or like her meaning in fighting cursed spirits, is just for a better life. Like she wanted to get out of the countryside.
That's right.
And there was also that older sister figure in her life that she adored, but she went away and she wanted to go. I don't remember if her older sister ended up in Tokyo or but she wanted to get out of the countryside. Thought that the village was just full of crazy people. So yeah, it was a nice little episode. And then we actually did see a little sneak peek of the second episode. So
I forgot what the sneak peek of the second episode
did you?
is,
Okay.
which is
That's
fine
good.
because we're gonna raw react to this. So
yeah, that's perfect then. So yeah,
it's all good. So is there more action coming up in this scene? I know we did get a bit of action.
We'll have to watch to find out, fam.
Okay. Well, I'm excited.
Yeah. Any last thoughts from you before we get started here?
No thoughts for me. I thought that was a good intro episode into one of the new characters that are coming along, which I had a feeling she was coming along just based off the outro of the episode before that one. So that pretty much confirmed it. And yeah,
Cool.
I'm ready to roll.
Let's do it. JJK Season 1, Episode 4, saying this for the 4th time. And we're going to get started here.
And action.
特急と快適した時の選択は
So then what's the point if they're going in there if they can't fight?
Sorry, what was that?
I said, what's the point of them going in there if they can't fight with a special grade?
Oh, he just explained it.
Yeah, he said that you
It's a quick
like
pause.
you'll die.
I think he was saying to just go in and check if there are any survivors, but don't engage the cursed spirit if you see it. So
Got
it's
it.
more of like
Okay.
a recon mission.
I
Something
see.
like
I see. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, Sunny's crying in the background. It's okay, honey. Oh, they're not gonna listen. They're stubborn.
It's definitely what it feels like.
Yeah.
どうなってるんだ ?2 階建ての寮の中だよな、ここ。
That looks like Demon Slayer when they're in like that world.
Yeah, the coloring in there. I was also gonna say, me and Ashley play Texas Chainsaw Massacre and then Dead by Daylight, and it's just like escape games from killers. I feel like the scene. I feel like the scene just kind of reminds me of just like the doom and gloom of the whole game series.
Oh, like having to sneak around and stuff.
Yeah, like you're just hunting around, trying to see.
Yeah.
There's
It
like
looks like Leatherface's lair.
It could pop right around the corner.
Oh yeah, he's fine.
It's hanging in there.
Just kicking it.
お前は大勢の人間を助け、正しい死に導くことにこだわってるな。だが、自分が助けた人間が将来人を殺したらどうする？じゃあ、なんで俺は助けたんだよ！
What a Death Note question.
あんたたち何やってんのよ。ばっかじゃないの。少しは時と場所をわきまえたらどうなの。
Bye.
さっきバカな。呪いの気配は極限が。
Damn.
逃げるぞ。釘崎を探すのはそれ。
Oh my god, they didn't kill the dog, did they? For real?
I'm surprised he didn't just get jump scared.
That's like a Demon Slayer demon. Like the pot one, the vase guy.
Yeah, I guess a little bit. Well, there goes on one hand.
時間稼ぎくらいなんとかなる。ダメだ。シグロ。頼む。極限。釘崎を。
I'm confused how he's in two places at once.
I think you missed it. So that was a flashback.
Oh, that's a flashback, okay.
This thing is strong. Jeez.
Well. Honestly, if I saw that,
Oh my god, do you
I'd
see
be like,
that?
I'd be like, just kill me now. Just make it fast. I'm not putting up with this. You're too fucking scary. Like, just leave me
Nah,
alone.
Not Yuji though. He's actually trying. Oh, and this is where he starts regretting. Remember the question that the principal asked him?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do if you regret fighting cursed spirits for diving into this world?
I know.
Like
Ooh.
a house.
I like that he has animals.
Yeah, it's a little Pokemon trainer.
Yeah.
Dude, that's gotta hurt so much. I'm just imagining his fingers. Let's go. Sick animation.
少し待て、今考えてる。どうすればあの小僧を後悔させられるかをな。
Look how scared this thing is.
おい、ガキどもを殺しに行くぞ。ついてこい。
He's like the leader of curses, right?
I think he's more of like considered like the strongest
Okay.
of the curses.
Oh shit.
こっちも直してしまった。
俺にはあいつを始末する責任がある。
I don't think you can kill Sukuna, my guy.
されるそうだ。俺とお前がだぞ。
That sucks. Pretty sure that's a mudra.
A what?
Pretty sure that was a mudra. Yeah, it's a mudra he's doing.
Oh, is that something from another culture?
だったんだが、やはり弱いな、お前。そうそう、それからこれこれ。これはもらっていくぞ。
Oh shit. He's eaten 2 so far, right?
Yeah, I think so.
電話といえば、皆さん肩で電話を挟んで、ながら通話できますか?
Can I do
Yeah,
that?
I can do that.
I think that's so uncomfortable.
Well, I have headphones on, so.
No! Oh god, my worst nightmare.
Well, okay. To be fair, that's not meant to do with a smartphone, which is super cracked right now. That's meant to do with like the old OG home phones that were like thick that you know hang on there.
Like you
These are
could have
too
like
thin.
it have enough like material where you could just like cradle it without having to use your shoulder that much.
Yeah.
Smartphones are definitely harder to do that now. I'm gonna try right now.
You know, it's hard.
Actually, it's not too bad. But I do have my earphones in, so it's making some space.
Oh, a mudra.
Oh yeah, what is that?
It's from Hinduism, Buddhism.
I
It's
was gonna
it's a
say
hand.
I was gonna say I thought it might be coming from like a religious background, but I've never
Yeah.
actually looked into it.
It's a like a hand gesture, or I guess it's what you can call it, that invokes a certain type of energy. So like there's I can't remember the mudras right now, but like people do it during yoga or during meditation, and each individual mudra has its own like meaning and dedication to like an energy basically on what you're trying to
Oh, that's
activate
actually
or
really
connect with.
interesting.
Yeah, so there's mudras that people do to feel powerful when they're like public speaking, things like that.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting. I don't, actually, I know the author of the manga. He's like, he's like, I think he's very like scientifically minded and historically minded too as well. Like,
Oh,
he
really?
draws in a lot of aspects from like engineering even. Yeah, like if we keep watching the show and then later on, like just like even some of the techniques or just like different things that come up are just going to be not your typical, just like simple, like, oh, I'm just strong or I have this power or whatever. There's
Yeah.
like a lot of intricacy involved. And I know that that comes, I think a lot of the powers might be based off of like, or influenced by things that happen in real life. So it's interesting.
cool.
I didn't know anything about the mudra actually. When I first saw it, I remember just being like, dude, that is sick. Like it just looks it just looks badass. But
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to know that there's like a little religious context behind it, or like a spiritual context behind it, which makes sense because they're fighting. I mean, I think he's a cursed spirit essentially at this point. So yeah, it's a nice little connection.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, a lot of the things they talk about is energy.
Yeah.
But
what did you think of that episode?
I liked it. It was really cool. At the end, he didn't switch back. I think he did it on purpose. I don't think he has full control. So sorry, Cindy's crying a little bit in the background because his. Did he do that? Well, you're not going to answer. But I think he did that on purpose. Or maybe when he uses him for like a specific amount of time, maybe it takes him a while to like gain control back to be able to switch back to his original body. Itadori, you know?
I think there is a reason why Yuji couldn't switch back. But we're just going to have to watch and see. But I will say this. After he took that finger in, yeah, he wasn't able to switch back. At least not so far as we've seen so far.
I mean, that makes sense, though, I guess. Like, the more fingers he accumulates or body parts, like, the stronger... what's it called? The Sakura, right?
Sukuna,
that's what it is. Sukuna gets, so... Makes sense. Because at the end of the day, they want to kill him, so...
Yeah. I'm actually surprised at how calm you were during the episode, because I remember when I first saw this, there was that big reveal of the cursed spirit that just like popped up behind them. I remember just like being like, what the hell is that? And then it's always so cool seeing Sukuna in action. So like when Yuji decided to let him take over to like kill the cursed spirit, and then him like just completely dominating that fight. I mean, it's just epic. So sick.
Yeah. No, it was a really good fight scene.
Yeah. And then he introduced like this thing called domain expansion, and not to reveal like too much about it, but like we're definitely going to learn more about that. So yeah, I wouldn't, if you have any questions about domain expansion or just like what he did, like that was like the mudra move or hand sign that he did. Yeah, we're definitely going to learn a bit more about that later on. So
I mean, I guess it makes sense in the way that like by domain expansion, I'm assuming that he's trying to invoke a certain power in the energy to use for a specific reason, which kind of is the same thing as why you use a mudra, you know? So yeah. I mean, that's context clues wise, that's my guess.
Yeah, now that you say that, it's like they're literally using cursed energy, which would make sense that they're using a mudra to invoke some aspect of it, or some power, technique, whatever. Yeah. And it's also interesting because I think the level of the power skills are so interesting in this show, where they have like classifications for the cursed spirits. I don't know if you remember, they were showing like there's grade 1 cursed spirit. Actually, I think the lowest is grade 4. That's the weakest. You can like deal with those with like a wooden bat, and then gradually grades 3 to 1 get stronger and stronger, and then a supreme or not a supreme, special grade is like you can't even kill it with bombs or just like tanks. Like you need,
that's like past 1.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's special grade, so it's like it's above the rest in terms of power. And
so
then
basically it's like the forgetting the names of the top demons in Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I think that's another way of like looking at it in parallel with that. I do think this show does, and yeah, we're gonna learn more about it. So actually, I'm not even gonna say anything. You'll definitely like learn more about how they look at cursed spirits and their different classes. But they also, it's interesting that they applied those same classifications. I don't know if you caught it, but they were referring to sorcerers as like a grade 1 sorcerer or a special grade sorcerer. Like we need someone like Gojo.
Oh, that's right. He did say that. Yeah, special grade.
We need someone like Gojo to come and deal with this special grade, because Gojo is a special grade sorcerer. Like you need a special grade sorcerer to deal with the same class, cursed spirit. And And again, I think they're gonna, they're definitely gonna explain that in more detail. But yeah,
Okay,
this
that
is
makes
like,
sense.
yeah, this is where I think like the tone of the show starts to like set in a bit more, because like in the beginning, yeah, you still kind of get like an idea of it, but then you see just like the gore and just like the violence that like the levels that the show's willing to go to, and it just, yeah, it gets me hyped to see what's coming up next.
Oh God! So
especially
it
for a
gets
second
worse
time
than
watching.
It gets worse than the dismembered skin from the bones.
I mean, we're only on episode 4. If I were watching this for the first time, I'd just be like, well, I want to see more. You know, I want to see what the hell is going to happen next here. But,
I mean, that's definitely my sentiment. But if you're saying the tone is violent, which I would definitely expect out of this show. Can imagine what the future couple scenes we're gonna see are gonna be like.
Yeah. So I'm like trying to do something here where it's like, I've already seen this show. I've said this like a few times. I'm trying to give my perspective of how, I'm trying to remember like bits and pieces of how I felt when I was watching this for the first time, what I was thinking. So, yeah, I remember thinking that, okay, like this is that kind of show, especially when they showed the prisoner's body. I was like, oh, okay, like this is a little bit more adult themed, you know, it's not, I think Demon Slayer is a bit less so in terms of that aspect. I think it's still just as dark, or maybe even darker in some aspects, but like they don't really, actually, I may be completely misremembering some of the Demon Slayer scenes. I haven't seen it in a while, but not to like compare the two shows. I think they're both really, really good. But just like talking about the level of gore, the level of like maturity that's involved with the show, I do think they're slightly different. So yeah.
Oh, for sure. I don't remember Demon Slayer getting that like violent like that in that sense.
Or yeah, just like showing like the gore of like a battle, or just like something crazy that's going on.
Yeah, if anything, this is probably a little, I'd say a little step above, at least so far, Attack on Titan. I mean, Attack on Titan gets pretty gory with like the eating people and crunching them in half and blood.
Oh, speaking of
everywhere.
Attack on Titan, we are going to react to the finale coming up soon.
We are.
Or it's already
I'm
out,
so
but
excited.
yeah, we're gonna react to it.
Excuse
I'm
me.
such an idiot. I completely forgot me and Ashley had talked about reacting to that together. So
Yeah, you are a traitor.
yeah, I came back home from a night out and I was just like, oh man, Attack on Titan, the finale's out. I have to watch this. And all like thought of reacting to this just flew out the window. So for me, it's gonna be a rewatch. Unfortunately, like I did want to put out a video where me and Ashley are reacting to something for the first time together. But that'll have to be pushed out to another show or another little special episode, I guess. But yeah, we're still gonna put that one out. Ashley still hasn't seen it, and
I have not, and I'm so excited.
Yeah. But any last thoughts on episode 4 here?
No last thoughts for me.
Yeah, I'm actually really glad you mentioned the whole Mudra thing, because I think maybe a lot of people don't know about that. That little piece of context. I definitely did not know that. But yeah.
Well, the more you know.
Yeah, the more you know. All right.
Fun fact.
Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Yes, thank you. Bye.